It took more than 2 months of meticulous work to complete the mosaic portrait of Pope Leo XIV. The tondo has a diameter of more than 4 feet and weighs more than 300 pounds. The artistic process began with a painted sketch by the maestro Rodolfo Papa. It has just been presented to the Holy Father, who did not hide his appreciation.
Before creating the painting, a series of drafts were presented to the Holy Father. He then selected the initial sketch, and from that sketch the artist went on to create an oil painting of the same dimensions as a mosaic.
As soon as the painting was completed, the execution of the work on the mosaic on a metal tray began. 15,000 tiny mosaic tessere, or squares, made of glass enamel, were applied using a special oil-based mastic.
It is the same material that has been used for centuries in the tradition of the Vatican Mosaic studio, the very same mastic that was used to set the original mosaics in St. Peter's Basilica.
The image of the Pope, the product of the efforts of a 3-member team, is an almost perfect likeness of the original figure, faithfully capturing even the expression of his face.
An enormous number of enamel tessere were used, precisely because even in the face alone there are hundreds of shades of flesh tones that were used to replicate the Holy Father's complexion.
The mosaic portrait will be installed at the Papal Basilica of St. Paul outside the walls. There it will rest alongside the portraits of all 266 other popes, beginning with St. Peter. The tradition of placing papal portraits here in this basilica dates back centuries, with first of them reaching at least the 5th century and the pontificate of Leo the Great. It was delivered this morning by members of the Vatican technical staff, and our EWTN team had the exclusive opportunity to go behind the scenes and witness the full logistical and engineering challenge.
When the mosaic is lifted to a height of 43 feet and set into the roundel, that part clearly is not up to us. However, we follow the final phase of the installation of the mosaic onto the wall, the securing of the portrait, which is, in a sense, the very last step of this entire journey.
The inauguration will take place during Vespers on the occasion of the Feast of the Conversion of St. Paul on the afternoon of January 25th. The Pope will bless the portrait, and from that moment it will become the only illuminated papal mosaic in the Basilica of St. Paul, symbolizing the reign of the current Holy Father, Leo XIV. In Rome, Magdalena Wolinska-Riedi, EWTN News Nightly.